Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. And today I'm up to song number 2566, and that one is Go Where You Wanna Go by the Mamas and the Papas. This was written by their one of their lead singers. I guess there were two men, two women. It was written by John Phillips. He was one of the men in the group, and it was recorded by them in 1965. And they were going to release it as single, but I guess they changed their mind. They withdrew the single and replaced it with California Dreamin', which was a much bigger hit, one of their biggest hits they ever had, actually. That one's coming up much, much higher on my list. I won't say how high. But anyway, it was also featured on their album called, that came out in 1966. It was called If You Can Believe Your Ears, Your Eyes and Ears. Yeah, here's the picture of the Mamas and the Papas around the time they recorded it. Very big band. I guess you can call their music sunshine pop, kind of a precursor to, I guess psychedelic rock or whatever. Uh, but anyway, and then one more thing I want to say about this song. It wasn't a hit for the Mamas and the Papas, but it was recorded the following year by this group here, the Fifth Dimension. They had a hit single with it. Their version went to number 16, and that one is coming up on my list, by the way. And I guess I just want to say a little bit about the song. I mean, it's really a song about just this kind of carefree living of a lot of the young people during the mid late 60s, maybe even going through the 70s. I mean, you're basic. It's sung, I guess, by the two women in the group, Michelle Phillips and Mama Cass Elliot, and they're saying you can go, you better go where you want to go, do what you want to do. You can't understand that a girl like me can't love just one man. Basically, they don't want commitment, and a lot of young people are like that, both men and women. They would just wanted to kind of fool around, or maybe even go all the way with people they were interested, but they didn't want to spend the rest of their lives with them. And I think that kind of attitude actually kind of at least some of that survived even up to today. I mean, I think before the '60s, and I think a lot of this was because of the pill. I mean, I guess up to the 1950s. People when they fell in love, it was expected they were going to get married and they just stay together for the rest of their lives. I don't think it really happened that way all the time, but that was kind of the expectation. But I think during the '60s, that whole earlier kind of behavior just kind of went wayside, and I think ever since, I mean, getting involved with someone of the opposite sex doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to lead to marriage, and I'm kind of glad it doesn't. I mean, I've had four girlfriends already. I only went all the way with one of them, but still, if I had gone all the way with the others, I don't think it would have been a problem. I guess it is always a hard time, a hard thing if you to break up with your significant other. But like Neil Sedaka said, breaking up is hard to do, and it's true. And maybe if you're really in love, love will keep you together. But I think I understand what they're saying in the song. You just kind of gotta go with the flow and do what you feel like and not worry too much about the future. And I think that's a good life lesson in general, not just in terms of romance, but in terms of living your life. Don't have too much anticipatory anxiety about the future. Just kind of do what feels natural. So anyway, I think that's what the mamas and the papas were saying in the song "Go Where You Want to Go," and that completes my profile on "Go Where You Want to Go" by the mamas and the papas. So thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.